Elite Facts presents
50 interesting facts you may not have known. Number 21.
50.
France is the birthplace of the modern-day denim fabric. The term denim derives from the French serge de nimes, meaning serge, a sturdy fabric, from knives. Yet the fabric is no longer produced anywhere in France.
49.
Walmart allows free overnight RV camping in their parking lots.
48.
There is an unofficial Beatles Wu-Tang album called Enter the Magical Mystery Chambers. Look it up. It's very, very strange.
47.
The penalty spot in soccer, or football, used to be a line that stretched all the way across the field. This was changed in 1901.
46.
In Australia, the $1 and $2 coins are legal tender up to the sum of not exceeding 10 times the face value of the coin concerned.
45.
The original purpose of the hood ornament on a car, before they were artistic and ornate, was a visible thermometer for the car's coolant.
44.
Ice-T's first name is Tracy.
43.
David Bowie declined knighthood and other awards from the Queen because, and he explained, quote, "It's not what I spent my life working for."
42.
If you were to sleep for an entire day, you'd burn around 1,500 calories.
41.
Jim Henson lost the Hoggle puppet from Labyrinth after traveling back from the overseas movie set. The Unclaimed Baggage Center in Scottsboro, Alabama discovered it inside a lost shipping container, and now it's on display at their Museum of Found Treasures.
40.
In the film Fearless, the sword fight scene between Jet Li and Anthony DeLongis was almost entirely improvised.
39.
Ancient civilizations, including Pompeii, had restaurants that served hot and cold food as poorer people did not have kitchens in their home.
38.
Dwayne Johnson was paid $5.5 million for his first leading role as Matthias in The Scorpio King. It's the highest salary of any first-time leading actor ever.
37.
Eddie Murphy was originally supposed to play Winston Zeddemore in Ghostbusters as Dan Aykroyd's personal choice, but he was unable to due to his working on another film called Beverly Hills Cop.
36.
Captain Crunch's arch-rivals Sogmaster and the Soggies exist in the Marvel Universe and have even battled Spider-Man. Far from home villains confirmed, maybe?
35.
Emmy winners aren't just given the statuette, they actually have to buy it if they want to take it home.
34.
The longest reigning monarch in recorded history was Sobhuza II, who ruled Swaziland for 82 years and 254 days.
33.
Pentagon employees are banned from playing Pokemon Go inside the building because the user's movements are inadvertently mapping the insides of the Pentagon for all to see.
32.
Mars is barely half the size of Earth, but it has almost as much dry land.
31.
Comedian Phil Hartman had a first career as a graphic designer. He designed several famous album covers, including Steely Dan's Asia.
30.
The phrase knock on wood derives from the pagan belief that malevolent spirits inhabited wood, and that if you expressed a hope for the future, you should touch or knock on wood to prevent the spirits from hearing and presumably preventing your hopes from coming true.
29.
People allergic to cats are not allergic to the hair, but rather their saliva, dander, and urine.
28.
Chocolate chip cookie dough ice cream was invented by Ben & Jerry's in 1984 by suggestion of an anonymous fan. The flavor wasn't mass-produced, though, until 1991.
27.
Steven Spielberg was originally set to direct the Harry Potter film with Haley Joel Osment cast as Harry. However, dropped the project due to creative differences with J.K. Rowling.
26.
It's actually legal to marry someone who is deceased. No joke.
25.
Seawater contains trace amounts of gold. Its extraction has been the premise of multiple scams.
24.
Kingdom Hearts began as a conversation between two Square Enix producers who joked that the only way they can design a game that can surpass Super Mario in recognition is to use Disney characters. This conversation was overheard by none other than Tetsuya Nomura.
23,
Okay, so here's a bit of a mind bender for you, if you can believe it. In 1991, the Primetime Emmy for Outstanding Variety Show went to the 63rd Annual Academy Awards. That's right, the Oscars won an Emmy.
22,
During the casting call for Seinfeld, Rosie O'Donnell auditioned for Elaine, and Steve Buscemi auditioned for George.
21,
AC/DC briefly considered breaking up after their original frontman, Bon Scott, died. However, encouraged by the insistence from Scott's parents that he would have wanted them to go on, the band decided to continue. They found Brian Johnson as their new frontman, and Back in Black was made.
20,
There's an estimated $10 billion in loose change scattered throughout U.S. households.
19,
The Who guitarist Pete Townshend was completely deafened in one ear after his drummer Keith Moon put dynamite in the bass drum of his drum set and set it off on stage.
18,
The people behind Cards Against Humanity joked that they could buy an island with the money they donate to charity, so they bought an island in Maine to preserve wildlife. They named it Hawaii 2 because it's on the mainland. That's M-A-I-N-E land. Yeah, we know.
17,
Orson Welles was once so drunk while recording an advertisement for champagne that he had to re-record the lines later on and dub them over.
16,
The Ouija board was forced to be labeled as a children's toy by William Fuld in 1920 for tax purposes.
15,
The Blues Brothers movie set a world record at the time for destroying 103 cars in a single film, beating the 1974 movie Gone in 60 Seconds by 10 cars.
14,
SpaceX plans on building a 250,000 square foot Mars rocket factory located in the port of Los Angeles. Groundbreaking new carbon fiber technology will be used to build the Big Falcon rocket, which will stand 15% taller than the Statue of Liberty and be able to transport 100 people.
13,
The inventor of the Game Boy, Gunpei Yokoi, originally worked as a janitor for Nintendo. Talk about climbing the corporate ladder.
12,
Believe it or not, the film Cannonball Run is actually based on a real-life illegal road race from New York to Los Angeles that was held 5 times during the 1970s. The record time was 32 hours and 51 minutes. Rest in peace, Burt Reynolds.
11,
George Lucas and Steven Spielberg both personally called Bill Watterson about a Calvin and Hobbes movie, and he turned them both down.
10,
In 1997, J.K. Rowling received an advance of £2,500 from Bloomsbury to publish Harry Potter. Today, the franchise is worth $25 billion.
9,
The main character of the Where's Waldo books was originally called Wally in his native England, but his name was changed to Waldo in North America. The reason for this is unknown.
8,
Despite the fact that the song My Way became Frank Sinatra's signature song, his daughter Tina says the legendary singer came to hate the song. She says, quote, "He didn't like it. That song stuck and he couldn't get it off his shoe. He always thought that the song was self-serving and self-indulgent."
7,
In 2004, England created a law which essentially made it a crime to import Polish potatoes. The reason for this was due to the fact that there was an outbreak of ring rot on Polish potato farms.
6,
So as if the fact that about $10 billion in change is laying around U.S. homes wasn't crazy enough, try this one on for size. There's around $60 billion worth of unclaimed treasure still under the sea.
5,
Jeff Daniels was only paid $50,000 for the movie Dumb and Dumber. Jim Carrey was paid $7 million.
4,
A California medical school just got $200 million to invest in energy healing, mineral infusions, and other alternative medicines.
3,
Individual wolves have distinct howls, and scientists are using recordings to track the movement of wolves instead of putting radio collars on them.
2,
Due to geothermal energy, Iceland produces over a ton of tomatoes every day.
1,
After Oprah's famous You Get a Car episode, where she gave away 276 cars at a total cost of $7.6 million, many of the recipients sent in complaints to the show, as they had all been charged a $6,000 to $7,000 gift tax.
Don't forget to like us and subscribe for more Elite Facts.